priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have hundreds of new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Who's ready for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school softball? Today's game is brought to you by Trips Flooring, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson Personal Injury Attorneys, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, Hagerstown Ford, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations Robert Fields & Sons, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Floor Pools, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, the Palace Lounge, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mirius Group Ameriprise Financial Services LLC, and the Berkeley County Health Department. And now for the pregame show, let's go out to the field and join our broadcast team. Good evening from Spring Mills High School for West Virginia High School softball action tonight on Talk Radio, WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me tonight is Dylan Bishop, Alec High, Alec Epperson and Kyler High. Had the first name, last names mixed up there accidentally. Our camera crew and back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. Is tonight the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals play host to the Washington Lady Patriots. Our pregame show brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online. They'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. Washington comes into today's game 13-3 overall, 5-1 in the conference. Spring Mills right behind them in the standings, 12-6 overall, 3-3 in the conference. Dylan, it's our second softball broadcast of the year, and hopefully it's a entertaining one.
Yeah, it should be. I think we're going to see, at the very least, a very talented Washington team, which is always exciting and always entertaining to see great teams out on the field. So it might be a tough matchup here for Spring Mills. They lost the first game back on March 25th, 11-1. So Washington's just full of firepower. They really are. It's going to be tough for anybody. So you see only 3 losses on the year when you got Gabby Bibb hitting over 600 according to Max Preps, and 3 pitchers who are under a 2.2 ERA, and one of them's under 1, one of them's under 2. We're going to see Constantino, who's at a 1.7 ERA, starting for Washington today. So we'll see what Spring Mills can do. They're a good team. It's just they might run into a great team here today, but we'll see what happens here. They're at 12-6, so it's not like they're anyone to look past for Washington. So you can't it's EPAC play. You never know. So they got to be locked in for this one. So we'll see what happens.
Let's step aside and take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll have our coaches' interviews, starting lineups, and get you closer to first pitch, as we might have an early start here, as both teams have already, I believe, finished warming up. So this is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, back in 2 minutes.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
We welcome you back here to Spring Mills High School for West Virginia High School softball and talk radio WRNR and TV 10 between Washington and Spring Mills. Let's now get our coaches' interviews, which are brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Then call Trips Flooring, number 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com. I'm first joined by Coach Amanda Orkoski of the Washington Lady Patriots. Coach, how's the season gone for your team so far this year?
I think it's going pretty well. I'm really proud of my girls. We've really come together. You know, right now I believe we're 12-3, and each of those 3 games were tough competitors, and they're all losses by 1. So I think we're rolling in the right direction. So,
what's kind of been the strength of your team so far here throughout the season?
You know, it's really just them coming together and working together and keeping the energy. And, you know, if we make a mistake, we bounce back. And our pitching's been strong. And all the way up and down the lineup, we've been pretty strong, you know, coming together and making sure we get the runs in. And that's what really counts.
You've continuously built up this program year after year after year. What's kind of that next step here that you've been trying to hone in on and focus on here this season?
Well, of course, we knew the heartbreak of last year. We were so close. Especially forcing that Game 3 in the state tournament. So obviously we'd love to get back. We'd love to make history with these 5 seniors. They've already made history by making all of them committing to the next level. But we'd love to finish them out strong as Patriots and being state champions.
Today you guys get to take on Spring Mills, a team that's kind of trying to do what you guys have done and build that program up a little bit. What have been some things that you've seen from the times that you got to go up against them?
You know, they're a solid team, a great coach. You know, I really enjoy working against him and with him, and definitely looking for a good game tonight.
Who do you guys have starting in the circle, and what are you hoping to see from her?
Tonight we got Chloe, so the last time they saw Zoe. Zoe did real well with them. I think the same thing for Chloe. She's going to come in and hopefully dominate like she does, and, you know, hopefully our bats are alive with it.
Anything else, Coach?
Nope, just looking for a good game, and I appreciate you guys covering us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Now joined by Grant McGargy, head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals. Coach, how's the season gone for your team so far this year?
So far, so good. We've had some good moments and some low moments, but for the most part, more positives than negatives. Off to a pretty good start.
I know you've been trying to build up this program to become a team kind of like what you see in your opponent today in Washington, or another team that you guys kind of see a good bit too in the area in Jefferson as well. What's kind of been those steps here this year to build this program up?
I would say Jefferson and Washington definitely are the gold standard here. And we are trying to, what we tell the kids every day in practice, in games, compete. And just go out there, you know, take it pitch by pitch, do our best. And in games like this, the teams that give up 60 feet to less are normally the ones that are more successful. and the kids that put the ball in play and normally have good outcomes, and can we make the plays on defense behind our pitchers?
What's kind of been the strength so far for your team this year?
We have been hitting the ball real well. Against some of the, I wouldn't say like top flight pitching, but we have competed pretty well here, and just hope that we can put the bat on the ball here again tonight and see what happens.
Last time against Washington, things didn't go your guys' way, unfortunately. What are you kind of hoping to change here this time around against them to make it more competitive?
I have told our kids we want to get out to a quick start. Most of the time in these types of games, we fall behind early, and then a couple plays there, 60 feet here, leads to a shortened game. So we want to try to get started early, scratch a run or two across the board, try to apply some pressure on the opposing team for once, and then see what happens.
All right, Coach, anything else?
Nope, just looking for our kids to compete tonight, see where we're at.
Thank you, appreciate it, best of luck.
Thank you, appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you.
That was our coaches' interviews, again, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Washington still concluding its warm-up. Spring Mills is already warmed up, and then we'll have first pitch for tonight's contest between these two Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference foes. Before we step aside, take another break to get our starting lineup, starting battery, and everything else. Any other thoughts here, Dylan? Let me turn you up first. My apologies.
Yeah, there we go. I'm just looking forward to this one. I think Spring Mills has a lot of firepower. I'm hoping we get to see them have good outings here today against a really good Washington team.
Yeah, it'll be a tough challenge last time around for Spring Mills in that 11-1 loss to Washington earlier in the season. The firepower was not there. That one run only came on one hit. They struck out 10 times in that Mercy Rule loss compared to Washington, who had 15 hits with those 11 runs coming from them. So let's step aside, take a 2-minute break once again, and on the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll get today's starting lineups as well as starting battery and have you closer once again to first pitch here. This is West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
WVU Medicine introduces Walk-In Wednesdays. The Human Resources Department at the WVU Medicine Corporate Center in Martinsburg will host Walk-In Wednesdays every Wednesday in April. A WVU Medicine recruiter will be on site 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to answer questions about positions that are available and assist those who submit applications via Workday. The WVU Medicine Corporate Center is located at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Stop by to learn why employees who work here thrive here.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back here as we continue the Hagerstown Ford pregame show for West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. Tonight's game features the Washington Patriots and Spring Mills Cardinals. Let's now get our starting lineups brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown. First for the visiting Washington Patriots, coached by Amanda Orkoski, coming in with a 13-3 overall record, 5-1 in conference play. Leading off for the Patriots, left fielder number 11, Kaylin Dean. Batting second at center field is number 10, Gabby Bibb. Batting third, first baseman number 18, Zoe Kesterson. Batting fourth at second base, number 2, Carly Constantino. Batting fifth, the pitcher number 20, Chloe Constantino. Batting sixth, third baseman number 4, Ella Rank. Batting seventh, designated player number 15, Kenzie O'Hara. Batting eighth in right field, number 1, Addie Sloan. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 12, Addie Musser. Also behind the plate doing the catching for Washington, number 8, Briley Cutler. Now for the Spring Mills Cardinals, coached by Grant McGargy, coming in with a 12-6 record, 3-3 in conference play. Leading off, pitcher number 9, Taryn Close. Batting second, the shortstop, number 19, Alexis Wagner. Batting third, center fielder number 31, Claire Wetzel. Batting fourth, right fielder number 10, Jocelyn Graham. Batting fifth, third baseman number 2, Chloe Munson. Batting sixth, designated player number 18, Sabrina Nutter. Batting seventh, left fielder number 8, Paige Houghton. Batting eighth at first base, number 48, Ashby Darlington. Batting ninth, second baseman number 11, Allison Selby. And then behind the plate doing the catching for Spring Mills is number 22, Talia King. So those are your starting lineups. Once again, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call them at 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. As our umpiring crew tonight meeting with the team captains and head coaches for both teams right now behind home plate. Before we begin, looks like Washington going with the road blue uniforms with the red numbers outlined in white on the back with the Washington Patriot logo right above it. Red stripe on the sleeves and on the front, those red numbers in the left corner, and then Patriots across the front in the Stars and Stripes font outlined in white with the white pinstripe pants, the blue stirrup socks. For Spring Mills, it's the home white uniforms with the red logo on the front outlined in blue, red numbers outlined in blue on the front and back as well with the red socks. So final things going on for our final preparations. Let's get our starting batteries now, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page for Spring Mills. On or inside the pitcher circles, number 9, Taryn Close. Behind the plate doing the catching is Talia King, number 22. For Washington, it is number 20, Chloe Constantino in the circle. And then catching is Briley Cutler, as PA system now announcing the starting lineups that we just went through for you. Colin McLaughlin here on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. Dylan Bishop alongside me. Kyler High and Alec Epperson are our camera crew. Back to the studio is Nick Verzolini, as just went over the starting battery. Dylan, I don't remember which side it was, but you got any stats for us here?
Yeah, I'll get you back up here when we go to the top of the first. We're going to see Spring Mills up on the mound. I'll get you Spring Mill. I'm on the Washington page at the moment. We'll get you the Spring Mills side. Taryn Close on the mound, under 3 ERA, 2.58 so far on the season, and Taryn Close has also been one of the best hitters on the team. The best hitter, really, in terms of average. 509 listed here on Max Preps, on base percentage of 606. Doesn't lead the team in home runs. That's Jocelyn Graham with 5. Close has only hit 1 on the season, but Close has stolen 19 bases as well. And scored 30 runs, driven in 24 RBI. 17 RBIs. And that's why I say Spring Mills has some really good players that I hope that we see some good performances from today. But it's a Washington team that's very tough. Like I said, Constantino's a 1.7 ERA on the season.
Round 1 of the regular season went 11-1 Washington's way. We'll see what round 2 goes here tonight. Let's step aside and take one last 2-minute break. On the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll have first pitch between Washington and Spring Mills. Our West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10 back in 2 minutes. Mark Hughes Plumbing and HVAC is here to solve your plumbing and heating problems while meeting your renovation needs. Now serving Berkeley, Jefferson, Hampshire, and Mineral counties. We're a family-owned and operated company that's fully licensed and insured. We can do kitchen and bathroom upgrades and remodels, plumbing, HVAC and light excavation, well pumps, water heaters, and drain clearing. Call 304-620-8013. Mark Hughes Plumbing and HVAC. We look forward to working with you.
Apple Blossom is proud to celebrate its 98th festival. Join us at 2 inspirational events that will move you to your core. Friday's prayer brunch presented by Nous Musselman Foods is a fan favorite, so get your tickets early and enjoy lunch and guest speaker Angela Donadio. Our final event on Sunday, May 4th is the Contemporary Christian Concert presented by Clean Water of Virginia, featuring artist Matthew West. Join us at the Tolly Dental Zone on the Shenandoah University campus. Visit thebloom.com to purchase tickets.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
We welcome you back here as the national anthem and pregame festivities have concluded. Once again, our pregame show was brought to you by Hagerstown Ford. They're revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit their website, fordofhagerstown.com, for more information. Our top of the first is brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880, as it's time to begin tonight's game between Washington and Spring Mills. Once again, starting lineup here quickly. We'll run through it for Washington. Leading off, left fielder number 11 in Dean, batting second. Center fielder number 10 Bibb, batting third. At first base number 18 Kesterson, batting fourth. Second base number 2 Carly Constantino, batting fifth. The pitcher number 20 Chloe Constantino, batting sixth. At third base number 4 Rank, batting seventh. Designated player number 15 O'Hara, batting eighth. Right fielder number 1 Sloan, batting ninth. The shortstop number 12 is Musser. Defensively, here's the lineup for Spring Mills. In the circle, doing the pitchings, number 9 Taryn Close. Behind the plate doing the catching, number 22 Delia King. First base, it's number 48 Ashby Darlington. Second base is number 11 Allison Selby. Shortstops, number 19 Alexis Wagner. Third base, number 2 Chloe Munson. Left field, number 8 Paige Houghton. Center field, number 31 Claire Wetzel. And right field is number 10 Jocelyn Graham. Time for first pitch, which is brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-4343. First pitch from Close, taken by Dean to begin. Next pitch misses well for another ball, I believe, so count 2-0 to Dean.
Dean, 389 on the season in the leadoff spot.
Next pitch. Quickly by also well, so count actually 2-1 now. My apologies, missing that first pitch. That was a strike. So stepping back in is Dean here. Ahead in the count 2-1 against Close as she swings through the next pitch. That will even up the count at 2 apiece to the leadoff batter for Washington.
Dean, the home run leader on the team with 3 so far on the year in the leadoff spot.
Alrighty, steps back in. The 2-2 pitch she'll get a piece of as it rolls over towards the third base dugout. Stay alive at the 2-2 count.
And Close, only a sophomore, being the best pitcher on this team so far this year. And pretty impressive from the southpaw.
Dean steps back in here against Close. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes Dean for out number 1 to lead things off in the top of the first.
Brought the heat that time. Able to get it by. Now, this one will be a little tougher to get by.
Now batting the center fielder, number 10, Gabby Bibb. Great job by Close there for the strikeout to elevate that pitch a little bit as she does so with this one, and Bibb fouls it over the third base side and out of play for strike 1.
According to Max Preps, Gabby Bibb, 618 on the season. No home runs, but 10 RBIs.
Next pitch. She'll slap over the third baseman's head, and it's down for a hit past the left fielder, Paige Houghton, and that'll allow Bibb to take second base with 1 down here in the top of the first. So a single and an error there to begin.
Just a great piece of hitting. Go the other way with it. Dare I say that swing almost looked like an Ichiro type of swing.
Yeah, that kind of slap swing in stride to knock that one down the third base line for the hit. It's now batting be Zoe Kesterson. First pitch from Close. Kesterson fouls straight back into the net for strike 1. She'll step back in here for the next pitch from Taryn Close.
Kesterson.
Second. Next pitch, swung on and missed by Kesterson for strike 2. Sorry, Dylan.
Team's RBI leader, 21. Doubles leader as well with 7 after Bibb just got her, single and an error, so not her 6th, but
this pitch misses upstairs to count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kesterson.
Kesterson's second on the team in average as well, 521.
1-2. Called strike 3. Kesterson goes down looking for out number 2. Second strikeout of the night for Taryn Close.
Yeah, I mean, when you come up against a hitter that gets a hit more often than she gets out, that's a tough matchup. But so far past that, pitching really well.
Carly Constantino swings through the first pitch. It's popped up over towards the first base dugout in play. The first baseman, Ashby Darlington, can't make the play on it as she nearly collides with the catcher, Talia King. So an 0-1 count now to Carly Constantino.
Almost got there. Just didn't quite hang up in the air long enough.
2 out here in the top half of the first inning. Runner at second for Washington as another one fouled back by Carly Constantino. The count now 0-2. Close, trying to get her third strikeout of the night here in this first inning. The 0-2. High through the glove of Talia King to the backstop, and that'll allow Bibb to take third.
I think it just came up a little too high for the catcher to handle. Came off the top of the glove.
1-2 count now to Carly Constantino with the runner at third here in the top of the first as Washington trying to strike first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a soft fly ball down the first base line, foul by about a foot or two. Keep the count at 1-2 for Carly Constantino.
Staying alive. Good opportunity to get that run in. You're at third base. 2 outs, though. You got to get it done here.
Close. Rocks, throws. Fastball misses high. Count now even at 2 apiece to Carly.
It's a good eye. That's not an easy pitch to lay off.
Close steps back on the rubber. Constantino walks in the 2-2 pitch. Another pop-up over towards the first base dugout. Again, drops right in front of Ashby Darlington. Righty been hitting it that way a lot with these pop flies.
You can tell that they're not quite catching up to the speed of Close yet.
Another 2-2 pitch. This time popped foul on the third base side and off the dugout of Spring Mills. So here comes the 9th pitch of the at-bat to Carly Constantino.
Yeah, she's been working this one really well.
Excuse me, 8th pitch. Miscounted there. Runner at third, 2 down here in a scoreless top of the first. And another one fouled off to the right side. So here comes pitch number 9 now. What a battle here for the cleanup hitter for the Patriots.
Yeah, Constantino hitting 442 on the season. 12 RBIs in this spot of the lineup.
Pitch from Close. Once again fouled off over the first base dugout. One in at bat here for Carly Constantino.
Yeah, 532 on base percentage. So she knows how to work in that bat, get on base.
10th pitch. Again, fouled straight back and caught by King off the net. Count stays 2-2. Up to 11 now incoming here from Taryn Close of Spring Mills to Washington's Carly Constantino. 2-2 pitch. Change up, grounded off the third base bag. It's fair, and that'll bring home Bibb as the ball rolls just in front of the fence. Constantino gets an RBI 2-out double to give Washington a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first.
A liner right down the line. And it couldn't get much of a better bounce off the bag. Early lead for Washington.
Now batting will be Chloe Constantino with 2 out. And the 1-0 lead. Pitch. Well for a ball. So ahead in the count's Chloe Constantino. 1-0 pitch from Close with the runner on second. Low again for ball 2. Close steps back in, inside that circle. 2-0 pitch. Misses high for ball 3. So 3-0 count now to Chloe Constantino.
I think Close is trying to work this at bat a little more cautiously with how Washington's been able to get a couple hits here. Dangerous part of the lineup.
And it's a 4-pitch walk as that one upstairs once again puts Chloe Constantino on first base. Carly Constantino on second base already after that RBI double. 2 out here in the top of the first. It's Washington 1, Spring Mills nothing. Now batting is the third baseman in rank. Pitch at the knees, called a strike.
Rankin 360 so far this year. 6 RBIs, has a chance to potentially get another one.
0-1. It's going to be fouled over towards the first base dugout. The count now 0-2 to Rank. Ella Rank behind in the count against Taryn Close. Pitch from Close. Just inside for a ball. The count 1-2.
Did a good job of not going around, keeping the wrists in, keep the bat from going around in the zone after turning the shoulders a bit.
1-2 pitch. That soft contact made right at the last second by Rank. Fouled off over towards the batter circle to the right. Keep the count at 1-2.
Working another good at-bat. Getting the pitch count of close up.
Close. So catcher King for the call. Pitch. That's going to be a pop fly in the infield over towards the first baseman. Darlington shall make the catch for the final out of the inning. 1 run crosses on 2 hits and an error to get stranded here in the top of the first. It is Washington 1 and Spring Mills nothing. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then be back with the bottom half of the first here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Did you know a fully loaded truck weighs 80,000 pounds?
I do know that they can cause a lot of damage in a wreck.
Over 40,000 people die every year in crashes.
And distracted driving is getting even worse.
I wish we had better ways to prevent distracted driving.
Me too. But one thing we can do is help people who've been injured in car and truck accidents.
Hurting almost heaven? Dial the 7s. 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
We welcome you back as we head to the bottom of the first inning, which is brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for home in the tri-state area, call the Larry DeMarco team at 304-250-3551. Visit them online at www.modernrealtyresults.com. Is Washington 1, Spring Mills nothing. Let's take another look at the Spring Mills lineup. Goes like this: Close, Wagner, Wetzel, Graham, Munson, Nutter, Houghton, Darlington, King. Defensively, this is how Washington's aligned. Pitching, Chloe Constantino. Catching, Briley Cutler. First base, Zoe Kesterson. Second base, Carly Constantino. Shortstop, Addie Musser. Third base, Ella Rank as the first pitch to Close misses for ball 1 in the outfield from left to right. It goes Kaylin Dean, Gabby Bibb, Addie Sloan for the Patriots. A 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count now 1-1 to Close.
Constantino, 37 innings pitched on the year, has an ERA of 1.7.
Next pitch fired through by Constantino, but just outside. The count now 2-1.
Silver lining for Spring Mills. 2 of Washington's 3 losses have come with Constantino in the circle.
Next pitch on the outside edge, called a strike. The count now even to Close at 2-2.
Now she's 3-2 on the season. Overall winning record.
Lefty and Close steps back in. Pitch from Chloe Constantino. Called strike 3. Close goes down looking for out number 1.
And Close was the number 1 hitter for Spring Mills there. 509 on the season. That's only the 6th time she struck out.
Wagner out. Now up to bat, and she'll swing through the first pitch, fouling it off to the right. First strike.
Wagner 4th on Spring Mills in average, 396.
Next pitch. Changeup. And it's taken for strike 2 by Wagner.
A lot of extra base hits on the year for Wagner. 4 doubles and 7 triples.
Chloe Constantino goes with the fastball. Stays inside to Wagner. The count now 1-2 to the shortstop for Spring Mills.
Put that in perspective, the rest of Spring Mills' team has 9 triples combined.
1-2 pitch from Constantino. Soft ground ball right down the third baseline to Rank. She'll throw it across the diamond. Stretching out is Zoe Kesterson. It looked like she came off the bag, but I guess the ball was in the mitt before the foot came off, as the ball on the field was an out. As now coming out of the dugout is Spring Mills coach Grant McGargy to talk with our field umpire.
I sure thought it was off the bag.
And they're going to appeal over to the home plate umpire now for the call.
See if I can pull up our YouTube stream and get a good angle of it.
Again, call on the field was out, and the call will stay. A 5-3 ground out for Wagner. So 2 up, 2 down so far here in the bottom of the first for Spring Mills. It's Washington 1, Spring Mills nothing. It's now batting the center fielder for Spring Mills.
Replay says, in my opinion,
Claire Wetzel.
That it was a missed call.
Pitch. Wetzel gets contact, and that is down the first base line for a hit. She rounds first, heads the second, and throws cut off. It's a 2-out double for Wetzel. Put the tying run on base to bring up Graham.
He's able to get the bat on the ball with the speed of the ball coming in. It was just really that was enough to send the ball into the outfield.
Constantino's pitch misses high for a ball to Graham, the right fielder for Spring Mills. As Graham steps back in. She'll send this one straight upward as it drifts over towards the third base dugout and off the roof for a strike. Count now 1-1 with the foul ball. Strike.
The runner in scoring position for your number 1 power hitter. 5 home runs on the year.
1-1 pitch. Swung through by Graham for strike 2.
RBI leader as well. Second in RBIs, 17.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Graham. That's strike 3 to retire the side, so the runner on second gets stranded. After 1, it is Washington 1, Spring Mills nothing. We'll head to the second after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair. Welcome back here to Spring Mills High. As we head to the top of the second, which is brought to you by the personal injury attorneys, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. Due up for the Washington Patriots, the bottom of the lineup. O'Hara, Sloan, Musser, the 7, 8, and 9 hole hitters here in the top of the second as they lead Spring Mills 1-0.
So you're off to a better start, I'd say, already. Now, Washington, even at the bottom of the order, get some things going to where 1 run can turn into a lot more than 1 quickly. But Close is a good pitcher. Got through the heart of the Patriots' order pretty well first time around. See if you can keep it going.
Close's first pitch will go by for a strike to O'Hara. Righty steps back in here, down 0-1 in the count. His next pitch in the dirt, count now 1-1. It's Close, kind of had that one slip away. King gives her the ball back, and we'll have a mound visit now as Coach McGargy of Spring Mills wants to talk to his battery here after that pitch.
O'Hara, just a freshman on the year, has been a very good pitcher in a handful of appearances for Washington with the ERA under 1 in 6 appearances. But at the plate, 379, not towards the top of Washington's order there, obviously. 6 RBIs on the year, 1 double, 4 runs scored. We'll see what she can do here.
Mound visit has concluded. Again, count 1-1 to O'Hara as the pitch. Grounded by O'Hara over to the third baseman Munson. She'll throw it over to first. Darlington makes the catch for out number 1. So 5-3 ground out for O'Hara. Will bring up the right fielder in Sloan here for Washington.
Sloan hitting 303.
Pitch taken for strike 1 from Sloan. Lefty on lefty matchup here.
Another freshman in the Washington order.
She'll swing and miss at the next pitch for strike 2.
It's mostly a very experienced bunch for Washington, but they do have a couple, like O'Hara and Sloan here at the bottom of the order.
5 seniors in the lineup, as you heard, as another swing and a miss. Sloan goes down on 3 straight pitches for out number 2. That'll bring up Musser, but as I was saying, the 5 seniors for Washington, as you heard from Coach Warkowski in the pregame interview, all 5 also playing at the next level after they graduate, as a swing and a miss for Musser for strike 1 against Close to begin her at-bat.
Yeah, that's no surprise. You just look at their record, you can tell that they have college players on the roster.
The 0-1 pitch. Hard ground ball. Foul over towards Coach Warkowski at the third base coaching box. Count now 0-2. Two down, nobody on. It's Washington 1, Spring Mills nothing here in the top of the second inning. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. King picks it up, throws it to first. It is caught by Darlington, and 3 up, 3 down goes Washington here in the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom of the second on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School softball action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back. Bottom of the second inning brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Due up for Spring Mills, Munson, Nutter, Houghton, the 5, 6, 7 hitters in the lineup as they trail Washington 1-0. Pitch. First pitch swinging is Munson. It's a fly ball to center. Gabby Bibb runs in and will make the catch for out number 1.
We've got a pitcher's duel brewing. I think the runs are going to be tough to come by as long as these starters are in.
1 pitch, 1 out there is now batting will be Nutter.
The first pitch comes in for a strike there. kind of amazing to me, at least. Washington's, at least according to the MaxPrep, has only used 3 pitchers so far this year, compared to, you look at a team like Spring Mills.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
It looks like they're up at 7. Not that they've all had a lot of appearances. 3 of those have only pitched once, and there's a freshman. But overall,
0-2. High fastball swung through by Nutter for strike 3.
The hits might be tough to come by, let alone the runs. Constantino's given up 37 hits in 6 appearances.
Houghton swings through the first pitch she sees from Chloe Constantino for strike 1.
She struck out 51, has only walked 13.
0-1. Way ahead of it is Houghton, trying to catch up to the fastball, but still mistimed it nonetheless for strike 2.
And the Spring Mills batting order is a little more top-heavy than Washington.
0-2. Tried to go upstairs to get Houghton to swing at another high fastball, but she stays back. The count now 1-2. 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a line drive straight to the center fielder, Gabby Bibb, for out number 3. So, quick inning yet again here is 3 up, 3 down go both sides in the second. So after 2, it's Washington 1, Spring Mills nothing. Back for the third after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School softball. Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
So what? So what? It's not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard. We're going to have to work at it every day, but I want to do that because I want you. I want you and me forever, every day. What do you want? What do you want? Come on, what do you want?
What do you want?
I want Panhandle dumpsters for the first month free.
Use the promo code to get the first month free.
We welcome you back here, top of the third, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere, as the first pitch swung through by Dean for strike 1 here in the top half of the third for Washington. Top of the lineup, due up, Dean, Bibb, Kesterson.
Close did pretty well for herself first time through the order. We'll see if she can do it again. This is a tough line to get through.
Next pitch, tipped into the glove by Dean. Count now 0-2.
She was able to strike out Dean the first time around. Close was.
And she's ahead in the count once again here against Dean. The 0-2 pitch from Close, and that's going to be a pop fly into left center field, as underneath it is Claire Wetzel making the catch for the out.
No harm done for the first batter of the inning. But, again, here comes Gabby Bibb, raising that average up even higher above 600 in the last at-bat.
Yep, she singled and then advanced to second on the error in her lone at-bat, and then later came home to score in the Carly Constantino RBI as she'll send a ground ball to the shortstop, Alexis Wagner. Her throw to first, stretching out, and having it is Ashby Darlington, but Bibb beats it out to the bag for a one-out infield single. She's now 2 for 2 on the day.
She's too fast, and she does that sort of,
slap bunt.
Yeah, slap bunt, if you want to call it that.
Slap swing.
Yeah, where she's running out of the box as
slap
she's swinging.
Stick. This fouled back by Kesterson, knocks our
there goes the
camera down. Yeah, going to have to try to get that back up if you can. If not, I can here as the count 0-1 to Kesterson. Everything's fine, just the piece of our equipment that attaches it to the fence kind of got peeled back as Kesterson sends this for a ride, and that'll one-hop the fence in left field. Rounding third, coming home is Bibb. The throw cut off, and it's another RBI double for Washington, this time by Kesterson, to make it 2-0 Patriots here in the top of the third over the Cardinals. Unfortunate for her, the angle kind of missed it because she knocked her camera down first. Those tuned in, as now quickly it's a bunt by Carly Constantino, and that'll be a sacrifice bunt to move the runner over to third.
Yeah, Washington chipping into close a little bit now. And again, it's Bibb doing the damage.
Now batting will be Chloe Constantino, 2 out. This pitch low from close for a ball.
You get a first-person perspective. You get a kind of a 3D experience here if you're during our main cam here if you're watching on TV 10.
Next pitch, line shot foul though down the first base side. Count now to Chloe Constantino, 1-1.
You see the ball come right back at your face, at your TV screen, like it's going to come through. You got to make the play.
Hopefully you got your mitt.
Exactly.
1-1. That's going to be a soft pop-up. Darlington in foul territory makes the snow cone catch to retire the side. But Washington able to tally one more run. They now lead Spring Mills 2-0. We'll head to the bottom of the third after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
We welcome you back as we enter the bottom half of the third inning, which is brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance, reliable coverage since 1877. There you go, Nick. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today or visit fmiwv.com. During the sports mix today, he gave the Brown Funeral Homes read, but said 1877, so I corrected him saying, no, that one's the proudly serving the area since 1880. He's like, which one's 1877 then? And he did say, I think it's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance, once he corrected himself, and he was correct. Due up here in the bottom of the third, Darlington King close 8-9-1 in the lineup for Spring Mills. As the first pitch from Chloe Constantino to Darlington is ball one.
He's got all the info up there in his head.
Sometimes.
It's moved around sometimes.
Exactly. It's tough to memorize a lot of these, as this pitch swung through by Darlington to count 1-1, which is why we have them printed out in front of us just in case. But that's not always the case. On the sports mix, it is not. That is off the dome. Another big swing and a miss at a high fastball. Count 1-2 for Darlington.
Yeah, Constantino's been cruising so far. Not a surprise, but Spring Mills is going to have another chance. Top of the order here soon.
1-2, swung through. That's strike three. Down goes Darlington for out number one. Strikeout number 4 for Chloe Constantino in the circle.
She's just been too powerful for Spring Mills to handle so far.
First pitch. Strike one to King.
There's always a chance, though, that second time through the order, hitters are a little more comfortable. But first you got to see what happens here with King at the bottom of the order.
A 1 swing and a miss for strike 2 to King.
And that one she got out in front of. You can tell she was upset with herself.
She steps back in. The 0-2. Just outside. Count 1-2 now. Righty and King steps back in. Pitch. Swing and a miss. It's strike 3.
So 5 strikeouts the first time through the order.
My apologies, wrote down King, but that actually was Selby up the bat. King is being DH'd for.
There you go. Strike 1 to start off the at-bat close, second time around.
Count 0-1 to close. 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2 is close. Lefty trying to go with that running swing down the line. Just couldn't make contact with Chloe Constantino's pitch. So this one outside, and she tried to get her to reach, but Close kept the bat back. Count 1-2.
You know, look up and down the order for Spring Mills here and looking at their team stats. A lot of their top hitters are freshmen and sophomores, including Close here.
1-2 misses. The count now even at 2-2.
If you go by batting average, it starts with Close, who's a sophomore, and then it goes freshman, sophomore, freshman, before you get to some juniors and seniors.
Chloe Constantino shakes off the first pitch. Now incoming, and it's taken for strike 3. Down goes Close looking as Chloe Constantino strikes out the side here in the bottom of the third. Wide to the fourth, where it's Washington 2, Spring Mills nothing. This is West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome you back here as we head to the top of the fourth inning, brought to you by Skinner Accident Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. As we head to the fourth, it's Washington 2, Spring Mills nothing. Give a quick scoring update here for our affiliated professional sports teams at the end of the first period. Stanley Cup Playoff Game 2 between the Washington Capitals and Montreal Canadiens. They are scoreless. Dylan, score update between the Baltimore Orioles and Washington Nationals.
Currently 3-1 Nationals in the bottom of the fourth. Nationals got their 3 runs in the bottom of the first and off of 2 home runs by James Wood and Josh Bell.
All right, we begin the top of the fourth as it's now an 0-2 count to Ella Rank as she took the first pitch at the knees for a strike and just fouled that last pitch over the first base dugout and out of play for strike 2. Washington has the 6, 7, 8 hole hitters due up. Rank, O'Hara, Sloan. It's the pitch from Close. Going to be popped straight up. Standing up is the catcher and King to make the catch for out number 1.
That's just a tough break. A little bit of contact and it goes right to the catcher.
Great job, though, by King to flip the mask off her head quickly and find that ball. It was not a high pop-up.
No, that's not an easy play to make.
With the first pitch to O'Hara, she'll let go by as it misses for ball 1. Close, steps on the rubber, 1-0 pitch. Swung through and missed by O'Hara. Count now even at 1-1. O'Hara 0 for 1. She grounded out to third the last time up in that second inning. So 1-1. She'll send a high fly ball into left center field, and it one hops the fence. O'Hara rounds first. Heads to second for a stand-up double with one out here in the top of the fourth. Fifth hit of the night for the Washington Patriots. The third extra base hit of the night.
This is still a good pitching performance and close, but yeah, they've been able to, here and there, get the bat on the ball to give Constantino just enough run support.
Now batting Addie Sloan, and she'll swing and miss the first pitch from Taryn Close for strike one. One down here in the top of the fourth, runner on second. It's Washington 2, Spring Mills nothing. One pitch from Close, swing and a miss again by Sloan for strike two. Back-to-back fastballs getting Sloan to go through. So lefty steps back in. 0-2. That's going to be a fly ball by Sloan into right center field. And Graham makes the catch and throws the ball back in. As staying at second base is O'Hara. 2 out now here in the top of the fourth.
Chance for a nice recovery after the 1-out double. You're at the bottom of the order. You hope that you can get this third out here so that the top of the order doesn't get to flip over.
Musser pumps this one foul on the first base side off the dugout roof for strike one. Close gets the ball back. Sets, rocks, and fires. Swing and miss by Musser for strike two. Addie Musser now behind in the count 0-2. Pitch. High check swing. So she kept the bat back. Count 1-2. One-two pitch from Close. High count now even at 2-2 to Musser. 2 out here in the top of the fourth. The runner on second for Washington. 2-2 delivery. Popped foul over towards the third base dugout and right in front of Chloe Munson, who was trying to hustle over to make a play on it, but unable to do so.
She tried her best, but yeah, couldn't quite get there. Had to watch out for running, full speed into the dugout over there.
So count stays at 2 apiece to Musser. It's the pitch. Lined right past the glove of the third baseman Munson, and then underneath Houghton to the fence. And the single and error will allow another run to score, extending Washington's lead now to 3-0 over Spring Mills here in the top of the fourth.
Some hard hit balls from Washington. They, like I said, 6th hit here through 3 2/3, almost 4. So Close has been able to get a lot of batters out, but the contact that Washington has made has been good contact.
Now, top of the lineup comes up. First pitch to Dean. Off the glove of King, and heading back to second will be Musser, as she thought about for a brief moment to go to third, but after it went off the glove of King, it stayed in front of her. So 1-0 count now to Dean. There's 0 for 2 so far. The pitch, change up, swing and a miss by Dean. Count now even at 1-1. Dean struck out swinging first time up, flew out to center fielder last time up.
Yeah, hasn't gotten a hit so far, but as we said, leader in home runs on the team. So she can make great contact.
Close, rocks and fires, and there's a big swing and a miss by Dean for strike two.
And like I kind of said, when Washington has made contact, it's been very good contact, so you never know. She gets the bat on the ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at second. The pitch from Close. It's going to be a fly ball to shallow right field is backtracking the second baseman, Allison Selby. She'll make the catch for out number 3 here in the top of the 4th. But another run crosses the plate for Washington. They now lead Spring Mills 3-0. Step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with the bottom of the 4th here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Welcome back to Spring Mills High School as we head now to the bottom of our 4th inning, which is brought to you by Flora Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Flora Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown. Spring Mills needs to put a pool or a hot tub here out in center field. Enjoy the game from out there, from your townhome.
Right? Yeah, sit out on the porch. Yeah, at the very least.
Yeah.
If I probably would.
Now batting is Wagner for Spring Mills as the 2-3-4 matters due up, as she'll foul the first pitch straight back into the net for strike 1 here against Chloe Constantino. Next pitch, change up. And that's going to be popped down the third baseline in foul territory. Running in is Ella Rank. She'll make the basket catch for out number 1.
Constantino has just been on a roll. It's been impressive.
7 straight batters downed so far for her. And it looks like that's going to come to an end, as that's a line drive by Wetzel down the third base line. And once again, Wetzel gets a hit. She is now 2 for 2, both coming via doubles on the first pitch she sees.
Yeah, that's just a great hit and a classic announcer's jinx from you, Colin.
What can I say? I'm sorry. You're welcome. Depends on what side you're cheering for tuned in.
Both, I guess.
Now batting is Graham with the runner on second here in the bottom of the 4th and 1 down. Change up. Taken for a strike by Graham. Chloe Constantino. It's a great job changing that velocity with that pitch. Goes to the fastball, and that's fouled straight back for strike 2 by Graham.
Yeah, Spring Mills is going to have to get something going here soon, because obviously we're here 1 out through the 4th inning. Quickly, you start to run out of runs, or run out of outs to work with.
Missing for a ball. The count now 1-2 to Graham. A Constantino fastball. 3-0 Washington leads Spring Mills here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Graham goes down via strikeout for the second time tonight, making it the 7th strikeout of the night for Chloe Constantino. That'll bring up Munson, 2 out. Change up low for ball 1 to Munson.
Yeah, she's mixed up her pitch as well as Constantino, and Spring Mills has had trouble making contact.
1-0 fastball, taken for strike 1 to even up the count. Munson flew out to center. Lone time up so far. It's the 1-1 pitch from Chloe Constantino. Inside. Count now 2-1 to Munson. Got a runner on second for Spring Mills here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Constantino's pitch. Change up. Big swing and a miss by Munson for strike 2. She gives a little grin out to Chloe Constantino after that one, signaling that she got her to bite. And there you go. Fastball high, swung on and missed for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts by Chloe Constantino. Retires the side, strands the runner at second. After 4, it is Washington 3, Spring Mills nothing. Step aside, take a 1-minute break as we head to the 5th. This is West Virginia High School softball on WRNR Martinsburg and TV10.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
April is National Donate Life Month. WVU Medicine is joining the effort to raise awareness for organ donation. Did you know that more than 100,000 people are waiting for life-saving organ transplants? One donor can save up to 8 people through organ donation, provide sight for 2 people through cornea donation, and restore health for more than 75 people through tissue donation. Join WVU Medicine and help spread awareness about the gift of donation. And if you haven't registered, visit registerme.org.
You buy CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships, proud to be the owners who just care more, as the first pitch fouled off. Third base dug out by Gabby Bibb to begin our top half of the 5th for Washington. Bibb, Kesterson, Carly Constantino, 2, 3, 4 batters are due up here as they lead Spring Mills 3-0.
This is the part of the order that's giving close trouble.
And that's going to be a line drive over the shortstop into the outfield for a leadoff single.
And Bibb continues to give trouble.
So that'll bring up Kesterson now. And a swing and a miss. Trying to steal second is Bibb, and she'll do so successfully as King's throw not in time. Count 0-1 now to Kesterson.
Bibb has done a lot of that this year. I believe that's.
This pitch misses high to Kesterson. The count now 1-1.
8 stolen bases on the year now.
It's close. Steps back in on the circle. Her pitch. Well, but fouled over to the right side by Kesterson. Count now 1-2. Kesterson 1 for 2 today. She struck out looking her first time up. Last time up had that RBI double. Looking to try to do that again. As this pitch from close is low to even up the count at 2 apiece.
That stolen base breaks a tie for the team lead. Bibb was tied with Carly Constantino with 7 stolen bases before that.
2-2 pitch. Tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 3 as Kesterson is out number 1 here in the top of the 5th for Washington. That'll now bring up Carly Constantino with the runner on second base. The pitch. High for ball 1.
Constantino's been able to make contact with close. 1 for 2.
One-0. Swing and a miss. Count 1 apiece now to Carly Constantino. This pitch grounded just past the third baseman. Scooping it up is Houghton, and now with one out, you got runners on the corners here in the top of the fifth for Washington.
Another nice piece of hitting. Right in the right spot. Hit them where they ain't.
8th hit of the night for Washington. So that'll bring up Chloe Constantino, who is seeking her first hit of the night. Infield corners in. Middle infield at normal depth as the pitch. Fouled over into the first base dugout for strike one.
Washington can really open this up here. Only one out. Multiple runners on. They have not been held to just 3 runs in a game very often this year. Going up and down their schedule. I believe it's just 3 times.
Close's 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be a Baltimore chop past Close to the shortstop. Wagner picks it up, fires it to first. In time, it looks like, for the out. But both runners advance 1 base each, which means Bibb comes home to score. Make it now Washington 4, Spring Mills nothing here in the top of the 5th. Also had a throw from first to second there to try to get Carly Constantino while she rounded the bag, but she got back safely. First pitch is a line drive shot by Rank into center field. Rounding third, coming home is Carly Constantino, and she'll slide in safely as Washington now leads it 5-0.
Well, they've only had 3 losses so far this year, but 5 has been the magic number for Washington. In their 3 losses, they have scored 4 runs or less. They have not lost a game yet where they've scored 5 runs.
So 2 out, runner on first. 5-0 Washington leads Spring Mills as O'Hara now comes up to bat. She'll take the first pitch from Close for strike 1.
And it's worth noting that all of their losses, all 3 of those losses, were 1-run games. 4-3 loss to Morgantown, 1-0 to Jefferson, and 5-4 to John Marshall.
0-1 pitch, low for a ball to O'Hara. The count now 1 apiece from Close.
2 of those were double headers. Or they split with Morgantown and John Marshall.
This next pitch fouled off into the stands off a pole for the backstop netting. Count now 1-2 to O'Hara.
And one of those 3 losses was the second game of the season overall. That one to John Marshall, March 21st.
1-2 pitch, popped straight back, foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes to O'Hara. It's Close, gets the ball back. Runner at first for Washington. Pitch. And that's going to be a line shot. Way foul down the third base side.
Got a lot on it, but yes, very foul.
If that stayed fair, it would have been trouble.
Mm-hmm.
It's Close. Rocks delivers. And that pitch low, but smothered by King to keep Rank at first. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes for O'Hara. Next pitch. It's going to be lined right into the glove of Ashby Darlington at first base as she drops down and holds on to it for out number 3. Another great play by her here defensively tonight, as it's now 5-0 Washington leading Spring Mills. Led to the bottom of the 5th after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Winchester's agriculture began in a field of blooms, and now you can experience it for yourself. Walk through the field of bloomin' apple trees at the cider tastings and orchard tours presented by First Citizens Bank. Enjoy the Rise Orthodontic Studio breakfast with Miss Apple Blossom, located at West Oaks Farm Market in the heart of the apple trees blooming. Don't miss the apple pie baking contest presented by Bowman Andros Products, featuring pies made with local ingredients and Grandma's recipe. Celebrate the history of our apple industry. Visit thebloom.com.
We welcome you back as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning, which is brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go, who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorstanding.com. As Nutter squares to bunt, it goes down to third base line. Ella Rank, the third baseman, charges forward, scoops it off the dirt, throws it across the diamond to Zoe Kesterson at first in time for out number 1.
Spring Mills is trying any way they can to get something going. That bunt just couldn't quite get it done.
Yeah, it's been a slow night for them as they trail Washington 5-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. As another squaring up the bunt. This time it's Houghton. She fouls it off for strike 1.
Well, I kind of said earlier that Spring Mills lineup is a little top heavy, so we get the 6, 7, 8 in the order and get a little bit into your lower average hitters.
Trying swing at the next pitch, fouling it over towards her dugout to her left. Count now 0-2.
Trying to catch Washington off guard a little bit because even your best hitters in the lineup have not been able to get anything going against Constantino.
No balls, 2 strikes. A pitch, swing and a miss. Houghton goes down on 3 straight strikes for out number 2. That'll now bring up Darlington with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th, who struck out swinging her last time up.
Colin, you said Spring Mills had 1 hit in the first matchup?
Yes.
Between these teams?
They have 2 here tonight. The first pitch is a strike to Darlington. Both of those hits are doubles from Wetzel. Next pitch. That's going to be a high pop-up in foul territory. That is strike 2 after it goes over the third base dugout.
Yeah, so even before you even look at the box score, that adds up. Only one player for Spring Mills in their lineup has gotten a hit. Close to double-digit strikeouts.
Change up that stays high as Chloe Constantino realizes that wasn't her best stuff here tonight. Count now 1-2 to Darlington. It's that fastball high. Got a new ball here for Chloe Constantino. Did Darlington get a piece of that?
I believe so.
So the count remains 1-2 then. Wait to see if the home plate umpire gives a signal. Nope, so we'll assume that it stayed 1-2 as it's pitch outside. Count 2-2. That's what the scoreboard has.
No.
So.
Full count. He just
there you go. So she must not have gotten a piece of it. So the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Pitch. And that's ball 4. So it's up and in. I think Darlington didn't realize it.
I think she might have also thought that she got a piece of that one.
So.
Or she was just locked in.
Yeah.
For every pitch.
Base runner, third of the night for Spring Mills. First walk issued by Chloe Constantino. So that'll now bring up Selby. The pitch. Change up. And it's just missing for ball 1. It's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball taken for a strike by Selby to even up the count at 1 apiece. One ball, one strike, 1 or 2 out. Is this going to be a pop-up straight to the catcher, Riley Cutler? She removes the mask and makes the catch for out number 3. So after 5 innings played, it is Washington 5, Spring Mills nothing. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then be back with the 6th here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Remember all the sports we played when we were kids?
Oh yeah, swimming, tennis, basketball,
Football, soccer, track. I loved winning.
I still do.
Our competitive spirit is still going strong.
But now we use it to win for our clients. If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures, including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
We welcome you back here to Spring Mills High School. As our top of the 6th inning is brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons due up for Washington here in the top half of the 6th inning. The 8-9-1 batter Sloan, Musser, Dean as they lead Spring Mills 5-0. Taryn Close in the circle still for Spring Mills at the first pitch. Blown away for ball 1 to Sloan. Score update for you here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Capitals struck twice, taking the lead now 2-1 as this fouled off by Sloan. The count now 1-1 here in the second period. It was Montreal that struck first, but the Caps have stormed back to take the lead. You'll hear that after the conclusion of this game on Talk Radio WRNR. So stay tuned if you want to have that one after our softball action. It is a swing and a miss from Sloan for strike 2. The count 1-2 to Sloan now for Washington.
Score still the same at Nats Park, 3-1 Nationals. Top of the 6th with 1 out now.
The 1-2 pitch popped up by Sloan. Foul territory over towards the third base dugout right behind Coach Orkoski of Washington in that coaching box, and it is caught by Chloe Munson, the third baseman, for out number 1. Put down the old Brock Lesnar finisher in the scorebook, F5. It's a swing and a miss for strike 1 by Musser. She was ahead of that off-speed pitch from Close.
Even giving up 5 runs, Close is still, I think, had a strong performance. It's just a tough lineup to get through unscathed.
That's a hard grounder, foul down the third base line by Musser. The count 0-2 now. Four pitches.
Yeah, that's all you can ask if you're going to extend it.
And now she'll send this one deep into the night sky to straightaway center field. And it is a solo home run by the 9-hole hitter, Addie Musser. Make it 6-0.
What a shot. Straightaway center field out to the townhouses. It's a big-time shot.
And it is to extend Washington's lead. Now they get the top of the lineup to come up, but first we'll have a full infield meeting in the pitcher circle for Spring Mills as Coach McGargy comes out to talk, and it looks like we might possibly have a change here as Taryn Close has taken off the mask, and it looks like coming in will be Jocelyn Graham. So we'll step aside and take a 1-minute break for the change again here in the top of the 6th. It's now Washington 6, Spring Mills nothing. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have hundreds of new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
We welcome you back as we have a pitching change. Now pitching for Spring Mills. Coming in from right field, number 10, Jocelyn Graham, as first pitch to Dean is strike 1. Call to the bullpen, brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution, located at 1250 Edwin Miller Boulevard, Suite 301. Call 304-263-3361 as the next pitch is strike 2 to Dean. Trying to look out into right field. I believe it was just a straight swap, but not 100%.
I think you're right. You're right. And Musser, that was her second home run of the year.
And now this a fly ball to left field. Underneath it, though, is Paige Houghton to make a catch for out number 2.
Despite being in the 9th spot in the order, and Musser, it came into the game as one of only 3 Patriots to hit a home run so far this year. And now she moves into a tie for second on the team with 2 with Kesterson.
So 2 down now as Gabby Bibb steps up to bat as the pitch high for ball 1 to Bibb.
Camera stayed strong.
Now is ready to catch it just in case. Our fence cam here behind home plate for you. 1-0 count to Bibb, who is 3 for 3 so far tonight. 3 singles. She grounds this one, though, to the shortstop, Wagner, and that retires the side. But thanks to a solo home run by the 9-hole hitter, Addie Musser, it is now Washington leading Spring Mills 6-0. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break, then head to the bottom of the 6th. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
We welcome you back here as we head to the bottom of the 6th, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online, they'll deliver to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit their website, fordofhagerstown.com. Final stat line for Taryn Close for Spring Mills. She went 5 1/3 innings, giving up 10 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, struck out 4, walked 1. As we now head to the bottom of the 6th, due up is Close, Wagner, Wetzel, the top of the lineup for Spring Mills. As the first pitch from Constantino is ball 1. Next pitch also outside for ball 2.
6 outs to work with, 6 runs to make up. It'd be tough, especially with the way Constantino's pitching.
Next pitch, big swing and a miss by Close on the 2-0 to make it 2-1. It has been a tough offensive night tonight for Spring Mills. Scoreless, only 2 hits, both coming by Wetzel. As the 2-1 high for ball 3, the count 3-1. Only 1 free base on balls. That came in the last inning. That's it. And, well, there you go. There's another one. As the 3-1 outside by Constantino walks Close to lead off here the bottom of the 6th.
Well, here you go. You get a runner on from the one batter in the lineup that's been able to get a hit off of Constantino.
Now Wagner up to bat. Constantino misses high for ball 1. It's a 6-0 Washington lead. So we're going to get a mound visit for Washington now as Amanda Orkoski comes out of the first base dugout slowly to go meet with her infield.
A lot of strikeouts. Got to be getting that pitch count up pretty far. But the way that Constantino is pitching, obviously you let her go the distance for as long as she can go in terms of pitch count at the very least.
Yeah, unlike baseball, I believe there's no pitch count limit for softball, so don't really have to worry about that just because pitching motion doesn't put as much on the arm.
Yeah, baseball brain,
compared to baseball. So the visit has concluded. Everybody goes back to their spots. It's a 1-0 count with a runner on first here in the bottom of the 6th to Wagner for Spring Mills. The pitch is a roller. Is now a throw to second, trying to catch Close leaning off the bag, but she gets back in. Count 2-0 now. A little bit of a trick play maybe designed there, possibly during that meeting.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's the 2-0. Fastball at the knees, taken by Wagner. Count 2-1. Constantino sets on the rubber. Rocks. Fires. And that misses for ball 3. Another 3-1 count now. Back-to-back batters here.
It does seem like Constantino's getting a little tired. A lot of pitches at this point.
3-1 is a high fly ball sent by Wagner to shallow right field. Running in Zadie Sloan, and she'll make the catch for the out.
Yeah, I think at this point you can try to pitch to contact a little more. You've got 6 insurance runs. Your pitch count's getting up. You're getting a little tired. Then you can afford to not try to go for the strikeout quite as much.
First pitch to Wetzel. She'll foul straight back into the net behind home plate for strike 1. So that's the first time she hasn't recorded a base hit on the first pitch she sees. And she's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles here tonight. As the next pitch, change up that misses. Count now 1-1 to Wetzel. Runner on first with 1 down for Spring Mills here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch from Constantino. Another change up, grounded to the pitcher. Will run over towards the first base bag and get the batter out. But the base runner in close advances on the fielder's choice to second. Now 2 down to bring up Graham.
Of course, he'll take that every time at this point.
Yeah, just with it being kind of a soft ground ball and the momentum of Chloe Constantino charging in, the only play she had realistically was at first, as the first pitch will be a high fly ball by Graham into left center field, and it is caught for the final out of the inning, and that'll strand the runner after 6 played. It is Washington 6 and Spring Mills nothing. We'll head to the 7th after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
We welcome you back as we enter the top of the 7th, brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution, located at 1250 Edwin Miller Boulevard, Suite 301 in downtown Martinsburg. Call them at 304-263-3361. 6-0. Washington leads Spring Mills. Due up for Washington here in the top half of the 7th. The heart of the lineup, 3-4-5 batters. Kesterson, Carly Constantino, Chloe Constantino. The pitch outside, taken by Kesterson for ball 1 from Jocelyn Graham.
This is Graham's 6th appearance of the year, 4.06 ERA, 2-0 record. 20 and 2/3 innings pitched.
Just below the knees. Count now 2-0 to Kesterson. Kesterson 1 for 3 today. Has struck out twice, but also has an RBI double to her name. Next pitch is a strike. Count now 2-1. So that one hits the zone right at the shoulders. Two-one pitch from Graham. Line foul right past the field umpire down the first base line. Count now 2 apiece.
A line, that one. But you just couldn't keep it between the lines.
Making sure the umpire is awake over there. Two-two pitch. That's going to be a line drive into right field, and Close tracks it down and will make the catch for the first out of the top of the 7th. Now batting for Washington will be Carly Constantino.
I tell you, this is an impressive lineup that they bring out here. They've scored a lot of runs, and the pitching has been just as good.
First pitch low for a ball to Carly Constantino. She's done her part so far here tonight. She had the RBI double, a sacrifice bunt, and then a single her last time up, and later came home to score.
Washington's hit double digits in runs 4 times this year, including their last game.
Pitch high for a ball. Count now 2-0.
That was on Monday at Martinsburg. They were able to get a 17-0 victory over the Bulldogs.
2-0 in the dirt for ball 3.
And their only loss in the region so far was at Jefferson, 1-0 on March 28th.
3-0 count to Carly Constantino here from Jocelyn Graham of Spring Mills. 3-0 pitch. High for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. We'll bring up Chloe Constantino. Graham. Step on the rubber here. Get ready against Constantino. His first pitch swinging. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Double play. Can they get it? No. They can only get the lead runner on a 6-4 fielder's choice. But now 2 out here in the top of the 7th.
You'll take that.
Great job by Alexis Wagner. Made it a bang-bang play after throwing it to Selby, who threw it to Darlington. That'll bring up Rank. Takes the first pitch. It's inside, but called strike one. Rank had an RBI single her last time up in the fifth. Had her lone hit today. She fouls this one at a play to the right for strike two.
If you're wondering when that second Washington-Jefferson matchup comes, it's last game of the regular season, May 2nd, at Washington. Heavy EPAC slate to end the year for the Patriots.
The 0-2 pitch from Graham. It's going to be grounded over to the shortstop by Rank. A throw from Wagner goes underneath the glove of Darlington for an error as it trickles over away towards that dugout. That'll keep the inning alive, put runners at second and third to bring up O'Hara.
Oh, that's tough. Just a little bit off target with the throw, and it just kind of crossed up the first baseman a little bit.
Third error of the game for Spring Mills defensively. There's Graham's pitch. Fastball taken by O'Hara for strike one. It's already 6-0 Washington, trying to add on to its lead before Spring Mills is down to its final 3 outs of the ballgame. So this pitch high right into the backstop, but it fires straight back off the net like a slingshot. Keep the runners at bay.
Could feel that one on TV 10.
1-1 count with 2 out here to O'Hara. Graham sets the pitch. Big swing and a miss for strike two.
Spring Mills is going to end the year with a little less conference play. They'll go to Berkeley Springs on the 28th on Monday. They'll go to Mercersburg next Wednesday.
This pitch low. Kept in front by King. Count now 2 apiece to O'Hara.
Washington, on the other hand, does play Woodgrove on Friday, but other than that, they end the year at Musselman versus Hedgesville and versus Jefferson.
2-2 pitch. Grounded foul to the left at a play by O'Hara, keeping the count at 2 apiece. Got the runners on second and third here for Washington in this top of the 7th inning.
Spring Mills, though, next game. Turn around tomorrow at Martinsburg.
3 straight conference games for them.
Yep, 3 straight days, 3 conference games. A tough stretch.
2-2 pitch. Misses high. It's ball 3 to O'Hara. So the count now full 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 1 at second, 1 at third. It's Washington 6, Spring Mills nothing here in the top of the 7th. Washington up the bat. The payoff pitch from Graham. That's going to be fouled straight back over the brand new press box that is still being finished up. We'll reset here at Spring Mills High School.
For Spring Mills, at least. Hey, when it comes to tomorrow, at least for that 3-game stretch, 3 days in a row, it's probably the order that you like to play it in. If you're going to get the 2 toughest ones out of the way.
Graham's pitch. Called strike 3. It's a drop third strike. The throw to first off the hop. Scooped by Darlington to end the inning and strand the runners at second and third. Led to the bottom of the 7th, Spring Mills down to its final 3 outs, down 6-0 to Washington. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
We welcome you back as we head to the bottom of the 7th, which is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call them at 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. 6-0, Washington leads Spring Mills as Chloe Constantino in the circle for the Lady Patriots, trying to go the distance and get a complete game shutout win. Due up for Spring Mills, Munson, Nutter, Houghton, the 5, 6, 7 batters. Final stat line, by the way, for Jocelyn Graham, 1 2 thirds innings pitched, gave up no hits, no runs, struck out 1, walked 1. So she got the job done even with that defensive error last half inning and the runners on second and third, but didn't allow any more damage to be done as the first pitch is a changeup that doesn't make its way to home plate before hitting the dirt to Munson from Constantino for ball 1. She likes that changeup, but kind of has lost the command of it as the game went on. As the next pitch, high and outside for ball 2 to Munson.
Yeah, she's still trying to pitch with power. You can tell that this is the 7th inning of work.
2-0 though, right down the middle, taken by Munson for a strike. The count 2-1.
The command isn't the same level that it was in the early innings, but she's still powering through.
2-1 is going to be a line shot to Gabby Bibb over her head, and one hops the fence. Munson gets hit number 3 of the night, the first for Spring Mills that isn't from Wetzel, and the third double of the game. So maybe a little bit of life here in the bottom of the 7th, possibly for the Spring Mills Cardinals.
It ain't over till it's over.
Now batting will be Nutter as she steps up here for Spring Mills.
They got to get you out 3 times before they can say that they beat you.
She'll foul that pitch straight back for a strike. That had some pop to it. So yeah, you can tell if she lines it up, that might be some trouble as well. 0-1 count now. Chloe Constantino's pitch. High, snagged by Cutler to avoid it from going straight to the backstop. The count now 1-1.
And that riser is starting to really rise, as you can see. You can tell by the foul tip.
1-1. She'll let it go by, does Nutter, and it's strike 2. So she's now behind in the count, 1-2. Runner at second, nobody out here in the bottom half of the 7th for Spring Mills. So this pitch, fastball. Just low, says the home plate umpire. Washington wanted that one. But now it's a 2-2 count.
Close. Very close. Good eye. I think that was the right call.
2-2. That's going to be fouled way back into the parking lot. Hopefully
watch out for
not near anybody's cars. But yeah, that had some distance to it. Count stays 2-2.
Spring Mills is battling.
Pitch. Taken. Ooh. Called strike 3. Nutter is caught frozen for out number 1.
Yeah, I just don't think that was the pitch she was expecting. Whether it was location or the speed or what. I think Constantino's been going to the high heat very often with 2 strikes, and now she didn't get it that time.
Now batting is Houghton, and she'll take the first pitch. It's high and outside for ball 1. So now 1 down in the runner on second for Washington. Trying to get the win here against Spring Mills. Now we have a time called. Looks like there's some sort of issue with the equipment of Briley Cutler, the catcher. So get that fixed here before we resume action again. Bottom of the 7th, Spring Mills down now to its final 2 outs, trailing Washington 6-0.
I think, yeah, the whatever you want to call it, the pitch communication thing there got unhooked. It seemed like.
Gotcha. That's been reattached. We'll resume. 1-0 count, the pitch, and that's going to be a line drive, but right to Kaylin Dean, and she nearly gets the double play as he fires it to second base, but getting back in is Munson, and now Spring Mills is down to its final out. Now batting is Darlington. First pitch swinging, and it's a grounder to Carly Constantino at second. She'll throw it to Kesterson at first, and that's your ball game. A shutout win for Washington here at Spring Mills by a final score of 6-0. Spring Mills falls to 12-7 overall, 3-4 in conference play. Washington proves to 14-3 overall, 6-1 here in conference play. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get into our post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair. We welcome you back here to Spring Mills High School as we welcome you into the post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu, daily specials, and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Tonight's final score is Washington 6 and Spring Mills nothing. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me on the call is Dylan Bishop, Kyler High, Alec Epperson, our camera crew. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. Any thoughts, Dylan, before we get to our game stats and game scoring summary?
I mean, Washington comes out here and gets a dominant pitching performance from Chloe Constantino and gets enough run support that she was able to cruise all throughout the game. And on the other side of things, despite, 5 runs before she came out of the game, or 6 runs, I think they were all to her, but Taryn Close pitched really well, I thought. It's just a dangerous lineup to try to get through without giving up some runs, and especially for a sophomore. So I think it was an impressive performance there. Spring Mills has a young stud there, and Washington just did what they do. It's like I said, hard to get through that order without giving up some runs, especially the Bibb hitting over 600, the Constantinos and Kesterson. It's an impressive group to get to see, and they only put up 6 runs, but that's credit to Close on the in the circle. So, yeah, all in all, good win for the Patriots.
So let's get into our game summary now, which is brought to you by the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Washington would take a 1-0 lead in the first off a Carly Constantino RBI double to score Gabby Bibb, and then they'd add its second run to make it 2-0 in the top half of the third inning. That came off a RBI double by Kesterson to score Bibb once again. 1 run, getting ahead of myself, came in that top of the fourth on 2 hits. First was that double by O'Hara, and that followed by an RBI single by Musser. And then 2 runs came across in the fifth on 3 hits, a single by Bibb, a single by Carly Constantino. Chloe Constantino got the RBI fielder's choice, and then Rank had an RBI single as well. And then that 6th final run for Washington came on the solo home run in that 6th inning by Musser. For Washington, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 7 left on base. Spring Mills, no runs, 3 hits, 3 errors, 5 left on base. Game stats we go to now, which are brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships, proud to be the owners who just care more. First, offensively for Washington, Bibb went 3 for 4 today with those 3 singles and 3 runs. Kesterson 1 for 4 with an RBI. Carly Constantino with a 2-hit day and an RBI. Rank with a hit and an RBI as well. O'Hara with a hit. 2 hits came from Musser with 2 RBIs. On the other side for Spring Mills, it was 2 doubles by Wetzel and a double by Munson, the lone offense for them. The loss here tonight goes to Close, who went 5 1/3 innings pitched, gave up 10 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, struck out 4, walked 1. Graham went 1 2/3 innings pitched of scoreless ball, no hits as well, walked 1, struck out 1. On the other side, the win goes to Chloe Constantino. She went the distance, the full 7 innings, gave up only 3 hits, no runs, walked 2, and struck out 10. So I have a feeling here, Dylan, I know who the player of the game, brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons.
It's a pretty easy decision. Constantino pitches a gem. 3 hits and 2 walks, like you said, and then strikes out double digits, going the distance. So, Washington only needed 1 run to get it done. They get 6, and that's Constantino putting in that position. So, Spring Mills, like you said, until the very last inning, only 1 player on the team had a hit for Spring Mills. So, they couldn't figure her out.
So Washington improves to 14-3, 6-1 in conference play. Spring Mills falls to 12-7, 3-4 in conference play. For Nick Verzolini back in the studio, Alec Epperson, Kyler High, our camera crew, Dylan Bishop alongside me. I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off. Once again, final score, Washington 6, Spring Mills nothing here this evening. This has been West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's coverage of West Virginia High School softball. Today's game has been brought to you by Trips Flooring, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Burke Schultz Herman and Jenkinson Personal Injury Attorneys, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Larry DeMarco Team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, Hagerstown Ford, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Floor Pools, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, the Palace Lounge, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Murius Group Ameriprise Financial Services LLC, and the Berkeley County Health Department. For more coverage of West Virginia high school sports, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. All rights reserved.